Hello. What's up, everybody? Sabrasta, Drama, 10 bucks, Ankthar, Archeesy, Glegor, Ilse, Captain Dax, Person, Stuck in a Jar, Sokaman, Foolish Flames, Squeegee Man, Colette, Kyo, Feardodon, Saladino, Bishless, Fishboy. Thank you very much, Brandon, for the raid. Appreciate it. Sorry I wasn't able to interact more with you earlier. I was kind of busy, like getting breakfast done and all that. I was trying to listen in, but I'll have to watch the VOD again. It was a bit. I was a bit busy, unfortunately. But I'm sure I'll get a lot of good things out of that little analysis. So thank you for it. Bob Rocks, thank you for the Prime Gaming sub. Less money for Jeff, more money for me. Appreciate that. Thank you. That's 7 months total. And Ninja in the Sky, thank you for 2 months tier 1. Did that as well. Thank you, thank you. Ninja in the Skies and Bob Rocks, you will both be remembered. Hope you guys are doing well today on this, what is it, Tuesday, 29th of October. Let me, hold on, let me, we're gonna go sit on that menu because the music on the menu yesterday was amazing. I wanna see if we can get there again, and if there's only one track or if there's more of it. Oh yeah, nice. Thank you, Anktar. Love planes. I'll take a look at that after the stream. Thank you. What's up, Fate? Oh, the music is so good. Stoner. Did quite a few hours of Vampire last night. How are you enjoying it so far? What was the track of today's stream? It was Year of No Light, Stella Rectrix. If you search for Year of No Light Stella, you'll find it. And if you don't know Year of No Light, it's a pretty great band. I would recommend most of their stuff. Dude, that opening track is so good on that menu. That's a Mogus Boy. That's a name if I've ever seen one. How are you doing today? What's up, Zulu? Finished the Quarry 2 days ago. Definitely recommend. Nice, nice. Yeah, I need to play. That's a super massive game, right? I need to play all of them. They have so many of them, though. Combat is a low point, which I don't mind. The rest holds up. Nice, Stoner, yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I've heard from a lot of people. Like, the story's pretty good and all that, but the combat's not great. Yeah, this track is amazing. Also, I'm looking at the details on Jodie's face there. All the little details on the texture and the... I don't know if it's supposed to be sweat, you know, or rain or whatever, but... This is some seriously well done texturing. Seems to be a reflection of something in... I'm not sure. I feel like I can see something in the reflection in the eyes, but... But to start either that or Twin Mirror, Life is Strange 2, tell me why, remember me. Life is Strange 2, I mean, obviously you should make your own opinion, but God, I thought that game was weak. I'm excited to try eventually True Colors and the new one. I don't remember the subtitles of the new one, but... What's up, Bed? How are you doing today? Nice hearing this track in normal speed. I had to watch the VOD at 1.5. Yeah. Yeah, this track is great. Yeah, I don't know, RGZ. I agree that the main menu tracks go a little too intense for my taste. I like when it's a bit more vibey, but it's still a beautiful track. Like, it's hard to argue against it. Doing fine. I wanted to say it was very interesting watching your analysis and discussion in the game yesterday. Invested in how you analyze and... Hey, thank you so much, Amogus. I'm sorry, your name makes me laugh every time. Yeah, thank you. That's kind of my thing around here, so I'm glad you appreciate it. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it myself. It's been the Cageathon. We're doing... I don't know if you were around or if you heard about it, but we're doing like all the modern David Cage games, right? From Fahrenheit to Detroit. And yeah, Fahrenheit and Heavy Rain were already pretty interesting. And it's nice to see sort of the progression and how sort of better the games are getting and how the writing sort of improves, but you still see those weaknesses sort of like, you know, being perpetuated, and the stereotypes that David Cage likes to use, like sort of being reused every time. And it's interesting to see his evolution as a writer, but at the same time the stagnation of some of his elements. It's fascinating, to say the least. Brendan, good to see you. Jusant? Yeah, I've seen that game on Game Pass and I've been interested. For sure. What's up, Kimmy? Aliens, good to see you. Thank you, $10. Yeah, Beyond Two Soul off to a great start, right? That's a lot of kudos for one session. What's up, Trim? I'm glowing today, am I? I feel extremely tired. I feel like I have a massive case of brain fog. But hopefully my brain wakes up. Maybe I don't know, I woke up a little late. Maybe that's it. Well, thank you, Kimmy. Appreciate that. Nice, Samurai, yeah. Yeah, Foolish Flames. Interesting. I think a part of it could be just your personal preferences, right? I feel like the opening of Heavy Rain was very slow, right? And I didn't mind it too much, but we mentioned that when we were playing that it feels like it was an overcorrection from Fahrenheit, where the game doesn't really do anything to establish characters. The first few scenes are very, are very intense, and there's a lot of drama around the first scene of Fahrenheit, but it doesn't really establish characters, and then it never does, which is really weird, but anyway. And then it feels like Heavy Rain overcorrected. They were like, okay, we're gonna really establish the characters there. And so it takes a while for the game sort of to get going, and the sort of the turning point of the game only happens pretty deep in it, right? Because like the entire thing with the supermarket and all that's pretty much set up. Most of it is set up. The real like inciting incident, if you want to use like old school terminology, is when Sean gets kidnapped, right? Which happens pretty late overall. So there's a lot of like setting up. In fact, if I was writing Heavy Rain as a novel, I would probably not write the opening scenes. They wouldn't be part of the chapter 1, right? Chapter 1 would already start when Jason's dead. We would meet the main character as his, probably when he's getting his son from school, and you can feel all that tension, and then maybe you have a, I don't know if I would use maybe a flashback in chapter 2 to explain how he lost his first son, or if I would just like not even go over that scene really now, but just maybe go through it, or maybe a meeting with a psychologist when he explains what happened. And I don't know, but I would definitely start later in the story. But I mean, that's me, right? There's many ways of doing that. What's up, Dumb Chipmunk, Mark Fang? Now, as far as Beyond goes, I think the non-chronological order makes it easier to do a banging opening scene. Which, I mean, this one's very cool. Like I'm not considering the prologue, right? I'm considering the police station or whatever. The police station scene I thought was really fucking good as an opening. Lots of tension, lots of, you know, mystery. And then you get to meet the character and see what she's about and all that, right? I think that's very good, and the non-chronological order definitely helps for that. You can sort of sequence your character development and your themes in a way that doesn't have to necessarily follow the plot, which can be really good depending on the story you're telling. This one seems like a very episodic story, so it's good that the episodes can be shuffled around to get like a smoother, you know, narrative overall. So I think I like that. Now, I'm also very partial to go back to what Foolish Flame said. Sorry. I think this one maybe gripes me more also because of the sort of sci-fi-ish aspects, supernatural aspects, which I tend to vibe with a little bit more. But yeah, I don't know. I'm super interested so far, and I see so far no signs of major plot holes or anything. We'll see. I'm sure it's David Cage. I'm sure there's gonna be a nonsensical twist at some point, and I'll complain about it. But for now, we're good. I wish Game Stories would feel confident enough not to tell us how his son died until the very end. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a weird thing, Mark, because I think it's a strong scene to tell us something about why Ethan is the way he is. But I think there's merit into showing us a lot of the character first and how he behaves, and later showing us why he behaves like that. And I think a good comparison, and maybe it's not fair because, you know, but a good comparison to that is Manchester by the Sea. And I'm not gonna go into the details, but Manchester by the Sea basically tells us why the character is the way he is in the middle of the movie. I'm not gonna go specific, you know, I don't want to spoil that movie for anyone. But you basically have the first half of the movie to see the character and who he is, and you understand him, and you see all the tension and the conflict and the drama and all that. And you only get the explanation as to why he is the way he is in the middle of the movie, and I thought that was great. But in the case of Heavy Rain, I don't even think that scene is that interesting. In fact, the scene is pretty much nonsense, right? Like, the kid behaves like a lunatic, crossing the road for... What? Tell me one reason why Jason crossed that road on that day. Even if I was rewriting that scene, I would have no idea how to write this. Why is he fucking crossing the road? Why is he getting out of the fucking supermarket? when he's hanging out with his family. He just got a balloon. Why is he just, you know? Yeah, exactly, Among Us, right? It's contrived. It's contrived David Cage bullshit. Yeah, Trim. The plot demands it. Yeah, that's the problem, right? There's no reason for that to be the way it is. So, if we never knew how his kid died, and we were just made to understand that his kid died because he was negligent as a dad, but they never really... I think that would make the story stronger. Would it be a little frustrating? Sure. But in a weird twist, because the actual reason is so stupid, it would have made the story stronger. When they're children, they would just walk off in a random direction? At like 10 years old? I don't know. I've had to take... I've been responsible for hundreds of kids over a decade of teaching. I've never had a kid randomly leave to cross a road. There was always a good reason. I don't know. Make it happen not in a mall, but in a little neighborhood, and the kid crosses the road to run after a football that his brother kicked, right? Or even his dad kicked, to add to the feeling of guilt, or some shit, right? That I could see that, crossing the road because they're following a football. I've seen that happen, right? But in that case, there was absolutely no reason. Maybe not 10. Yeah, no, I mean, I can see a small child not being conscious of his surroundings and just walking in a random direction, especially when they just learn to walk, right? They just want to walk. They're like, oh my god, this walking thing is amazing. I'm just gonna walk everywhere. But in this case, I don't know, like there was not even an interesting thing on the other side of the road. Okay, this is super contrived, and I hate it, but you could just have the kid say, Dad, I'm hungry, or some shit when you know, before you get the balloon or whatever. And then there's like a hot dog stand or a kebab shop on the other side of the road. Some shit, right? Even though a kid shouldn't have the money to get food anyway, but... I don't know, there could be so many better ways to do this. Yeah, Mark. I mean, it wasn't really a highway, right? It was... Also, why wasn't there... Okay, why wasn't there what you call a crosswalk? What you call the thing where you have the... In English, the term escapes me. Crosswalk? Crosswalk? Yeah, there should be a crosswalk right in front of the fucking mall door, right? It seems like a huge mall, and there's a big road. You put a crosswalk there, right? I don't know. I'm not gonna... Yeah, listen, this isn't the fault of the city planners, right? This is David Cage not knowing how to write his way out of a fucking... Such a simple situation. What's up, Marik? Yeah, no, that's the problem. And that right there is the crux of the problem, Mark. A lot of David Cage's decisions when it comes to writing is the plot needs it right now. And that's the worst reason you could have. Obviously, that's always the reason. Fundamentally, deep, you know, in your core as a writer, you know that this is the reason why you write things. Because the story demands it. Not just the plot, but the story in general. But your goal as the writer is to make sure this isn't apparent. Is to make sure that it feels justified based on the characters, based on the setting, based on the themes, everything, right? That's your goal as the writer. You're here to justify your plot constantly. It's very annoying. It's hard. It's difficult. But that's your job as the writer. If not that, then what? Everyone can just put words on a page. That's the easy part. I don't know. I'm just being facetious a little bit, but yeah. So anyway, so far in this game, the only weak point I've seen in the game so far was the teenagers turning on Jodie. That I thought that was a bit quick and it lacked a little bit of nuance. We talked about that, right? But it was listen, it was ultimately it was fine. I could see kids behaving this way. I've seen kids behave this way. I'm just like, it's just, again, it's one of those things where it's unfortunately a pattern in David Cage's writing, which makes it a little more difficult to accept, right? Because you can see the pattern of his characters suddenly having like cartoonish evil turns, right? So I just want him to demonstrate that he can do something a little more nuanced. He's very bad at writing antagonists. You know, I don't want to say bad guys because they're fucking teenagers. They're not bad guys. They're just antagonistic to our character. And I think David Cage is really bad at writing that. He doesn't know how to write a proper antagonist. And like, I think Heavy Rain is another great example. Look at how Scott's attitude changes after a reveal. It's like two completely different characters. There's no like nuanced progression. There's no... It doesn't feel natural. It feels like two completely different characters, like a switch was activated, right? Which I understand that the attitude is going to change once he's made out, right? Once people have figured out, but it should still feel like the same character. I like the way you phrased it in one of the previous streams. You can see which strings are being pulled. Yeah. Yeah, obviously, you know the writer is pulling the strings. It's a story, right? A fiction story. Of course, there's a writer pulling the strings. But as writers, we are smooth criminals. We're trying to cover our tracks. We're trying to hide, you know, the little manipulations we're doing. That's the main thing. Have people read The ABC Murders by Agatha Christie? I have not. I have a collection of Agatha Christie novels because my grandmother was a huge fan. She has like a whole old leather bound books collection. I should actually dig into it one of these days. What's up, Psycho Rider? How are you doing today? ABC Murders got turned into a game recently, or I will say that, man, this may be the best main menu David Cage has done so far, or Quantic Dream, I should say. I don't know if I can give him credit for that. Yeah, okay, no, I have to. We give him the blame for everything, so we have to give him credit for everything, right? He's the game director. 2016. Nice. Ah, yeah, I see bed. Nice. Alright, I think I'm gonna go in the game a little early tonight. Because we're still in that weird schedule this week, right? Because of DST changes and you guys over in outside of Europe. You know, you guys are not on the same schedule as we are yet, so I'm gonna go in the game a little earlier because I think the stream... I'm gonna play for about 3 hours, I think, tonight. More or less, right? Which is a little earlier than I would end usually Europe time, but I'm trying to not... I'm trying to be mindful of our... you know, our friends that haven't crossed into winter time yet. So we'll resume the more normal schedule after Sunday. Also, I think there's merit with those games to not, you know, make like shorter, more condensed streams. I think. I will say those streams, you know, as much as I'm really loving them and it's great to go into those games, it takes a lot more out of me than games that where I can just like more, you know, there's more like long gameplay sequence when I'm not really doing anything and just playing the game. There's a lot of thought that goes into those streams because of how much we talk about the narrative, and it's very exhausting, turns out. I feel like I'm working hard these days. If I can express it this way. Which I know is silly, I'm just playing video games, but, you know. Okay, welcome to the CIA. So that's before the embassy mission. I haven't played Death Stranding yet, no. Am I being sold to the government? Is that what's happening? Okay, I know Ryan already at this point.
It's your room. This is where you'll study and sleep for the next 3 years. Your training starts tomorrow at 5 a.m. Don't be late.
Okay, I guess we don't know each other. Maybe he's just bringing me there. They prefer the term recruited by? Yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling. Oh. Well, that was quick. Oh, I'm playing. What the hell? I thought that was a cutscene. Look at us. Short hair and everything. Ready to go. Yeah, I haven't played Death Stranding yet, but I think I want to do it at some point. Oh god, is that gonna be a... Oh jeez! I was expecting R1 and L1, like in Heavy Rain. Wait, what? You didn't give me a prompt! Move the right stick when the action is in slow motion. Where was my prompt? Am I supposed to... I just got smashed. Wait, am I supposed to guess the direction? I mean, there was an arrow, but...
Find your grip. Use your momentum to swing across.
Yeah, you find your grip,
Hurry!
asshole. Okay, I'm very confused by how I was supposed to know which
Come on! I haven't got all day.
direction to press. Is it based on the movement? I'm so confused. Follow Jodie's movement direction to finish her move? Okay. Hold on. I understand that they're trying to make the thing more immersive. I'm not sure this is actually a good idea. I feel like depending on the scenes, it's going to be very confused which direction I'm supposed to press. I hope that's not the case, but I feel like it's going to be very, very confusing. See? That's what I mean! Which direction am I supposed to press? Left or right? I mean, okay. I think I'm supposed to press left because of the... But technically it feels like I should press right because that's the way the kick is going. If I'm the character. I don't know, man. Okay, it's left. Okay, so it's just direction based on the camera. Okay. All right. That made sense. Yeah, I'm like that. I felt like exactly Ryan right there. I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. What's up, Shepard? Ryan was all of us there. I was like, okay, well, fair enough. Okay, this Okay. I think this could be great if they make it very clear what buttons you're supposed to press. I think this could be great. I got wrecked. I forgot. I thought I was supposed to duck. But see, that's what I mean. If we hadn't rehearsed it first, how would I know I'm supposed... If Jodie's arms are moving towards it, why are you putting capitals like I'm an idiot? If that's the game talking to you. If Jodie's arms are moving towards the left of the screen, it's like it's Dwight Schrute explaining what was that episode? Hold on. Oh yeah, explain. No. It's Angela explaining to Phyllis how a fork works. A spoon has a rounded tip, so you can scoop things. A fork has prongs. Oh god. Oh man. This is so dumb. If Jodie's arms are moving towards the left of the screen, push the right stick to the left. Yeah, that sentence is a nightmare. If anyone has like dyslexia, the sentence is a nightmare. Cage controls slowly moving towards real-time action? Yeah, kind of, yeah. Also, the music is great. I like that scene. I think this is an interesting tutorial. Clever way of tutorializing that shit. With the CIA introduction and all that. Alright, let's try to do it better. I like that they also, like, you know, allow you to do it again and...
Let's start again.
Okay. Man, I can tell that I'm gonna fucking... No! I did it again! Listen, it makes sense to me to duck this!
Let's start again.
I can tell that I'm gonna fail so many of those things, and I'm gonna be very mad at it. Because that's what I mean. If I didn't rehearse this, how would I know that I'm supposed to block against it rather than duck? I guess I need to look at the arms and the body a bit more. See the body movement and all that.
Take cover. Aim. Shoot. Advance to the next cover. Got it?
You did choose the pro gamer option? Listen, the choices I was given was I rarely play games or I play games often. It's not like I'm gonna lie to David Cage. What? I wouldn't lie to him. I love David Cage. I'm not gonna lie to the person I love. How would you know without any kind of indicator? Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna really have to pay attention to the body and all that, right? It's gonna be interesting. I'm sure the game is made in a way that, you know, is gonna help the player. We'll see. We'll see. What's up, Seven Toes? How are you doing today? Hey, you know, listen. He's trying something different. I can appreciate that. Trying a more action-oriented gameplay and, you know, less rigid, maybe. Yeah, I think that this is not bad. Although, I mean, in essence, it's basically the same thing as Heavy Rain, except you don't have the prompts. You need to figure them out, right? Which, you know, and I'm going back all the way to Fahrenheit, where I was complaining that the way the prompts were made sort of prevented you from watching the action. because you're paying attention to the fucking Simon Says minigame and you're not really watching the action. Heavy Rain did much better in that regard because the buttons are placed on the you know, like it's already placed on like the movements and the limbs, so you pay more attention to what's happening. This is the next step. It feels like you actually have to watch the action to know what to do, which I think is a good direction to go with. I think maybe they went a little too far, but I have to see an actual action sequence, not the tutorial, right? To see how I feel about it. But David should have showed up there, like in Fahrenheit. It would give you real motivation. Yeah, I was secretly hoping the trainer would be David Cage, but no context, camera-oriented, quick-time events should be fine. Yeah, but the difference with Dark Souls is that Dark Souls, you are free to move in all direction and to react and to, like, if you see an attack coming, you can roll back, you can step back, you can move to the side. You have a lot of options. You can parry, you can block, right? In this, oh, this was a joke. Oh, I mean, it made sense. It made sense. But the limitation is, of course, here you only have like one correct prompt, right? Yeah, there's one direction that is correct, and that's it. I'm going to the end of my thought, even though you were joking, because I think this is a reasonable argument to make, in fact. But you need very clear visuals. Yeah, we'll see how it goes in like proper action, right? So what is this? Oh no! Oh, this is the return of the stealth! Okay, there's actually a cover button. Okay, clearly David Cage wanted to do Metal Gear again. He was like, yeah, Fahrenheit, I screwed up. I'll admit, those stealth scenes weren't good. I'm gonna do it better. Iteration. Captain Dax is about to say drafts. And he's correct. We're iterating on the same concept. Are we finally getting some good stealth gameplay from David Cage?
Get out of there!
Lean, move to the next cover, hold. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming if there's like some timing-based stuff in the proper game, that could be interesting. It's still very, you know, rigid cinematic stuff, but it could be a little better. Yeah, there was a beat them up fighting in the Nomad Soul, yep. Actual like beat them up, right? Almost fighting game like in gameplay. Nice, I like that.
Good.
Thank you. Okay, I don't mind this. This is... Wait, hold on. Is me answering the test just going to be holding buttons and not actually answering questions? Let me answer questions, David Cage. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is so dumb. I love it. I mean, you know, he's correct. I wouldn't have been able to...
No, your result is wrong. Start again.
You didn't...
Okay, recruit. Now get rid of those oil drums.
I wasn't done. I was just pausing. I'm very upset that I got this wrong. I guess I was just distracted. Oh man, we're gonna be a very bad CIA agent. I screwed up a lot of the tutorials there.
Raiden, please. I need your help now.
Okay, which one? Let me look at this. This one's the key. This one there. Bullshit! No, not this one, this one. And from that angle. I can't choose the angle? Well, that's nonsense. So clearly I've been sold to the CIA because of my powers, right? What do you mean? Okay, hold on. I need to rewatch something in that scene we just played. So I like that we can see sort of the evolution, and we can tell like we're aging. This is probably like over a few months, maybe even a year or two. I don't know. There was one prompt here that made no sense. Oh yeah, no, okay. I thought it was going downwards. For me, well, hold on. Yeah, see, okay, no. That's what I mean. This is a very confusing prompt right there. Look at the direction of... He's punching me straight, and my arms are going down. I think the game wants me to go right. Look at the arrow that starts getting drawn. The arrow started... I pressed down there, I'm pretty sure. See? The arrow is going right, I'm pretty sure. Even though my arms are doing this. Okay, this is gonna be really fucking complicated. I'm worried about that. We'll see, we'll see.
Faster! Keep your fat ass down!
Whoa! Rude?
Keep up!
Oh.
Move it, recruit!
I'm trying!
It's not a fucking Sunday stroll!
Jeez! So yeah, I understand what they're trying to do, right? With the more immersive prompts and less... Making it look less like a QTE, but... Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little worried. Oops. Okay, what are we about to do there? Some kata? Oh no, I'm doing splits. Oh god. What? Maintain the 2 orbs on the wound to heal Jodie? What? We can do that? Hold on. Why am I being hired by the CIA and not, I don't know, like, I could, imagine the miracles I could do with, oh, maybe it only works on me. Maybe I can only heal myself. Yeah, maybe that's it. Because otherwise you could change the world with that kind of shit. Obviously the CIA and the government would probably want to use that to their advantage still, but... Oh god. Yeah, this is not gonna be confusing at all. What? I'm not sure which button I was supposed to press there. I felt like I did it right, but...
Not bad.
So I have one issue with this whole scene. I do like the idea in general that the CIA stuff, you know, the introduction in the CIA is going to be like a massive tutorial. I like that. I think that's fine. I wish they took a little more time to establish the scene. It feels like you're just thrown in there and it's a long, like, very disjointed action sequence. Like Bed said, it's a playable montage. I wish there was a little more establishing of the scene. Maybe with the characters. A little more heart into, you know, knowing maybe who the instructor is or you know, like taking... I wish that scene had been... That whole sequence of getting introduced to the CIA had been taken a little more slowly. Maybe a few scenes to like see how the characters interact with one another. A little bit chiller vibe, you know. I would have liked to just feel like I lived in those quarters a little bit more, maybe. But that's just my personal preference. I don't think this is bad. I just think it feels a bit cold, if that makes sense. Which maybe is the point. I don't know. Maybe it's not supposed to be a fun time. Be recruited by the CIA. Yeah, person. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the combat yet. That last fight was fine, but there was that one prompt that I'm very confused about which one I was supposed to press. And I feel like that's going to be the case. There's going to be some very obvious ones, and then there's going to be ones where I'm like, okay, I'm not sure which one I'm supposed to press, and so I'll have to press one. And I feel like I'm going to be wrong, and it's going to make me mad. We'll see. Wait. Use Aiden to distract enemy soldiers. Oh. That actually works! I was like, can I, like, attack him from behind or something? You actually can! Okay, that's cool. Okay, I'm not gonna say this is on the level of Metal Gear Solid 5 gameplay-wise, but it's not bad. It's definitely not bad for a cinematic gameplay experience. See, there's a timing involved and all that. I like it. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to grab him to the other side. So this guy couldn't potentially see me, right? I feel like this guy should have seen me, but... Also, the fact that I can't really control the camera very much is sort of upsetting. Can I actually leave cover and just... Oh. Yeah, the camera is a little hard to control. But I will say that the game's giving you a lot more freedom of movement than I expected. Like, it actually feels like you're, you know, you're playing around the game. You're not just going from one cover to the next and doing prompts, right? There's There's zero chance the guy down there didn't see us, by the way. Just saying.
Not bad, Jody.
Oh.
If this wasn't an exercise, you'd be dead by now.
If this wasn't an exercise, you wouldn't even be able to open your big mouth, Ryan.
Got him.
Congratulations, Operative Holmes. You made it. Welcome to the agency.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Jody. Welcome to the agency.
Looks like you
Great
made
job,
it.
Jody.
Oh, see?
Congratulations.
Nice. You can see that there's a bit of camaraderie outside of, you know, everyone just yelling at each other. I wish we had seen a bit of that before the end there. I like that it suggested at least that there's, you know, there's been some stuff, but I wish they had taken a bit more time establishing the characters and everything there. Maybe they're not very important, but I mean Ryan is. We've seen him in another scene, right? What's up, Harmon? In good physical shape, 78%. Well, thank you, game. Tremendous fighter, 80%. Okay, so apparently I've done good on the tutorial there, which I'm surprised because I feel like I fucked up, but yeah. Not spotted during training, 55%. Wow, gamers are bad. Yeah, the game thinks I did pretty good, which I didn't feel like, but same with the birthday party, it felt a bit rushed. Maybe. Yeah, I think like the episodic nature maybe lends itself to feeling that way. I hope there's going to be scenes where I feel like it's taking its time a little bit more as we move further into the game, right? Less of just going through little set pieces one after the other, right? We'll see. Hunted. So that's between the embassy, so that's after CIA stuff, before we were caught by the police. Okay. This looks kind of cool. Wow. The sound change. So good. Okay, we're having a little nappy nap. Wait, why is Aiden... Oh. Why is Aiden messing up with people? Do a little trolling, yeah. Wait, unexpected stop? Oh. They know we're on the train, I guess. Okay, so I need to wake up Jody.
Aiden, look, I told you that. Crap.
Uh-oh.
Evening. Routine check. Can I see your... Ma'am, return to your seat, please.
That is...
Shit! That's her!
Oh.
That's her!
What the fuck? Oh god. That is legitimately not what I wanted to do, by the way. I thought the prompt was maybe to pull my, you know, a little more over my face. I didn't mean to stand up there, but...
Freeze! Police!
Okay, I was very lucky there. I had no idea which prompt I was supposed to press.
Hey, watch out!
Also, this is a moving train. There's zero way it's that hard to run in a moving train. Have you ever been on a train? It's not that hard. It's not that shaky.
Hey, you crazy?
I'm pretty sure I pressed the right button there, but...
Quick, Aiden! Blast the window!
This seems very unsafe. No, I did it! What was that? Okay, what direction was I supposed to press? This is really not great. Also, I pressed it, and I still fell.
Stop or I'll shoot!
You're surrounded! Open up!
Help me, Aiden!
Yeah.
Unlock the door, we're breaking it down!
Maybe it will become more clear as we progress in the game and I'll like understand the game's language, but so far it's been very confusing to know which button to press. Like some of them are totally fine, but like... Your guess was as good as mine there. Okay. No clue. What the fuck is with all these cops? Oh shit, what the fuck?
We need backup! She's getting away!
Okay, Aiden has a lot of superpowers. Yeah, I hope these cops are being paid well, because holy shit. Okay, I have a few opinions about all of this. Disregarding the you know, I'm gonna disregard the general plausibility of this scene with 10 cops walking on top of a train and all that in the rain. Whatever, right? As I feared, the invisible prompts are very annoying. There's a lot of these moments where I had no idea what I was supposed to press. Because, like, there's the general momentum of the character trying to meet the enemy's movement. Maybe a kick is coming from, you know, the bottom of the screen. So you kind of, are you supposed to counter it by pressing down? Are you supposed to counter it by pressing forward? There's a lot of confusion about which direction you're supposed to press, I find, personally. Can you make them visible? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Maybe if you put the difficulty on easy, but, you know, that's not what I want to do, right? Like, maybe the difficulty changes that. I think it's an interesting choice immersion-wise. I like the idea. I think it should be, like, there's something about, like, some of the prompts are really hard to figure out. Like, there was one in particular, I had no idea what I was supposed to press. I feel like I wasn't, like, my character wasn't really moving, and the enemy was doing something that was very confusing. So, I don't know. I think this is going to be an issue. Now, that being said, I don't understand. I'm curious what happens if I fail all of them. Because, hear me out. As opposed to Heavy Rain, this is a one protagonist game, it seems like. Obviously, she cannot die, or there's no game. So do we have, like, are we back to Fahrenheit's game over type scenario? Like, you can actually game over and you have to start again? Or does it affect the outcome of the scene and then the story? Like, I'm unsure. Like, maybe that's why they don't mind if it's a bit confusing, because it only changes a few little things here and there, and you can't actually fail properly. Where's this timeline-wise? After the CIA mission in the embassy, but before we got caught by the police. Obviously, we're on the run right now. Why? I don't know yet. But we're on the run, right? And I'm assuming, like, it's... I don't mind that we don't know exactly why we're on the run here, because I think based on the context of the story, I think it's easy to imagine us, I don't know, getting in trouble with the CIA, or depending on how things went. Like, clearly we're, you know, with the powers we have and everything, it's likely that we would find ourselves on the run, I guess. I think it adds a bit of mystery, and we're trying to escape. Like, I don't need more motivations than that. I think this is fine, for instance. That's a good example of, we don't really know why we're in this situation, but the agency of the character is very clear. It's implied. So there's no, you know, I don't mind the sort of lack of clarity as to why we're in the situation, right? As opposed to, like we said, like some of the Madison scene where we're doing something and we have no idea why we're doing it, and there's no implied meaning behind it, right? So I think this is fine. Are we with CIA or are we not? I'm assuming at this point we're not anymore, Harmon. Otherwise, why would the police be after us, right? I think this is after the CIA stuff we've seen so far. So I'm assuming we're not with them anymore, but I don't know, obviously, right? You know. Yeah, I can see person's point. The non-chronological nature of the game makes it hard to feel like your choice mattered. Depending on how they do it, yeah, for sure. I can see that being a thing. It forces a bit more of a rigid overall story, right? But I do like the the non-chronological thing. I think it's kind of cool to have to piece together the story. I like that. I think it's a sort of almost a game in itself. I'm giving a Cage Strike for the overall prompt system. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's gonna be a bit of an issue moving forward. So I'm giving it a strike. Sorry, David. Sorry. I know you try something new and different, but it doesn't quite hit for me. Hopefully I'll feel better about it moving forward, but anyway. I mean, the action scenes are very intense for sure. I think the cops on the roof of the train were a bit silly, but it is what it is. There's something about the movement and the way the camera reacts to it that I think is very it's
Yeah, I know.
it's too sensitive.
We gotta get out of here before they come back.
Wait, am I actually conversing with him, or is this like a Lassie situation? I'm just guessing what Aiden means by doing I know, Timmy fell down the well. God damn it. Or maybe we're able to actually like have a conversation. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Oh, jeez.
Go around the other side!
Oh, fuck.
Oh, jeez. I didn't realize I was supposed to prompt there. Under? I wasn't sure. The camera shake is so intense. I don't mind the camera shake and the sort of that sort of aesthetic. I think is fine. This is a little too much. What I'm supposed to be seeing, what I'm supposed to do. It could be a little toned down, a little bit, just a little bit. The game looks great though, like the lighting and everything. Jeez, that looks so awesome. I hear like the dogs and all that on the right or the left, and I'm trying to like avoid the direction from which the sounds are coming. Right? I think that's the play. No, dude. No, okay. I got completely baited by the controls there. I was trying to go to the right, but the way the camera works made it completely impossible. And before I could react, it was too late. Okay, that was nonsense. No, don't... God damn it. My penalty for sucking is hurting the dogs. I don't like that. It's fine.
Where the hell did she go? See anything yet?
Nope. God damn it. It used to be like when we did it in practice, it was R1 and L1, and suddenly they switch it on me. I hate. Come on, dude. I'm pressing it.
We need more light over here. I can't see a damn thing.
What's up, Infamous? You think it's because Cage saw Cloverfield and he wanted
See
to...
anything?
They're literally looking at me.
She'd never be able to make it up there.
Yeah, it's not like I just, you know, jumped off of a moving train successfully.
Shit! You must have missed her. Travis, bring back those goddamn dogs!
Dogs! Yeah, I'm really miffed about the unclear prompts overall. I feel like it's trying to make it more immersive, and I understand the idea. But the end result is that it's getting you out of the experience because of the confusion, right? So it ends up having the opposite effect, which is very unfortunate.
Go for it, Aiden.
Go for it, okay? How do I disrupt this?
Goddamn rain. Look like it's ever gonna let up.
That's gonna be a fucking bonus, isn't it?
She gets here soon. Clap irons on the bitch. We can all go back to bed.
That copter back there. It looked like it was down by the river.
Could have been.
A motorbike. Just what I need.
Okay. Hold up. R1?
Jesus, Mike! What the fuck? Are you crazy? Put the fucking gun down now! Hey! What the fuck are you doing?
That's one way to distract them, I guess.
Alright, Mike!
I like that we were given a couple of different options, apparently. Ooh. Oh my god! Actual drive... This is Full Throttle! You guys remember Full Throttle? Oh, I was enjoying driving there. Oh, come on, really? I'm still driving, by the way. You know, this is a great camera angle for me to drive. Also, I don't think you can actually fail. Like, even if you hit the sides of the road, it just pushes you back in. Feels like a bit of interactivity for the sake of interactivity. Oh, the Akira slide. Let's go. What's up, Rico?
Hold your positions.
Oh, that's the dude that comes to get us at the police station in the first scene, I
No
think.
choice. We're going straight through. Are you ready, Aiden?
Sure.
Let's go. Aiden, I need you now.
I don't know what I'm doing. What the fuck? Oh my god. All right. We're basically invincible.
Hold your fire! I said hold your fire!
This is Roadblock Tango. We missed her. I repeat, we missed her. She's headed for Bakertown.
Okay. Yeah, this is how you race, Nasrallah. Absolutely. Oh shit!
Move in, move in!
Okay. Can we talk about the fact that this is another one, like, ultimately this is another one of those, like, Fahrenheit police escape and Heavy Rain police escape scene, right? That's pretty much the same scene again. He loves doing that in every one of his fucking games, right? This is basically the Fahrenheit, you know, I'm about to backflip off the wall type thing. This, ladies and gentlemen, is our first Cage moment of Beyond Two Souls. It took me a while to realize, but we're having a Cage moment right now. This is your typical police escape, fight, chase, whatever. Congratulations, David Cage. You got us there. Yeah, this is just a very long action sequence, which it's fine. I just want a bit more heart and characters, and you know, I like the I like the non-action moments a bit more so far in this game. I do enjoy, and I think part of that is because of the confusing prompts and all that. But I want to go back to more, you know, slower paced gameplay, I guess.
3, in position!
You're surrounded. Come out with your hands up and you will not be harmed.
If they're looking for trouble, that's what they're gonna get.
Oh shit.
Take care of them, Aiden.
Love that shot there. Oh my god! We're a mass murderer. We're an actual murderer, straight up. We're not fooling around in this one. I just strangled that dude. What the hell? Okay, so I'm not mad about that. A bit of a not such. I was wondering if I could do something with the Ellie, maybe. Not such a clearly morally aligned character this time around, right? A bit more ambiguity about what type of character we are. Which is interesting. I'm excited to see where this goes.
They want to kill me, Aiden. You gotta stop them.
Yeah, I am. I didn't quite understand that's what I was doing. Oh my lord! Holy Jesus Christ!
She's not gonna get me. She killed him! We can't just stand here like this. Do something, for God's sake!
Aiden, they're coming. Keep them off me. The door! I can't get in. Open the door.
Oh.
They're getting closer. You gotta help me.
Oh, let's go! Hold on. Oh my god. I'm protecting myself, Ilsa. It's a bit more complex than that, Brendan. There's a few things we're not too excited about.
Tell them to leave me the fuck alone. Because next time, I'll kill everyone.
There's a few things with how the prompts work in like
Marlon.
action sequences that I'm not
They
too
get the message.
excited about. But I do enjoy, I really like that the character's not so morally aligned, right? Like, I like the fact that, you know, she's gonna do what she has to do. And even if it means murdering a bunch of people. And I think there's an interesting potential theme here. I'm not sure how much is gonna be approached, but I think there's an interesting potential theme here with the responsibility of, am I, as Jodie, responsible for Aiden's actions? And at what point am I responsible for it? If I order him to do something or if he does something on his own, am I responsible for him burning the house, for instance? I told him to go for it, but I didn't, you know, I told him to stop also when he went a little too far, burning the whole house and all that. In this case, it was like, yeah, defend me. So it feels like I was a bit more on board. It feels like I can tell that as she's growing older, she seems to be more and more, you know, leaning into sort of Aiden destroying people. And maybe part of that is dependent on the way you play previous scenes, right? Maybe if I had been less inclined to use Aiden in in excessive ways in the earlier scenes, maybe it would be a little more reasonable here. Who knows, right? But yeah, I don't know, Bed. Interesting. Everyone apparently wreaked havoc. You were being chased by a group of people and had the ability to either kill some of them or disarm them without taking their life. Which would you go with? I think I would need more context for that, Brendan. I mean, it depends, right? Are we talking about the police or about criminals? Are they criminals chasing me for whatever reason, or are they the police chasing me because I am a criminal? You're not the criminal. Okay, so if I'm being chased by people who are trying to hurt me real bad, I don't think I even think about that. I just, you know, I try to get rid of them in whatever way I can. If they die, they die, right? If I'm being chased by people and I'm defending myself. Now, if I'm a criminal and I'm trying to escape or whatever, or if if I'm being chased for legitimate good like I'm meant to be chased because I fucked up or something. Obviously, I would rather not kill anyone, right? Yo, Elisa, thank you for the resub 14 months. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. How are you doing? How are things over there? Hope you're doing well. Elisa, pray you will be remembered. Yeah, for sure, Brendan. I don't know, Brendan. It's a complex question. There's a lot of context that I feel is required. In a vacuum, I would rather not kill people, right? But how's the Cage-a-thon? It's been very fun, Elisa. It's there's a lot to talk about in those games. There's a lot to analyze, and it's very interesting to see the progression over the course of the games and how much better of a writer David Cage becomes in some ways, and how stagnant he is in other ways. And how he's trying to improve on his just overall gameplay and game design, but sometimes successfully, sometimes not so much. Yeah, this is interesting. So evaded the arrest on the train. So there was a way we could have not evaded there or escaped. Huh. So despite the seemingly rigid storyline, it seems like there were ways in which we could have been arrested there. Okay. Interesting. I'm excited to see where maybe the game has a bit more flexibility than I thought. Yeah, Brendan. Yeah, that's why the context is important, RTZ, right? If there are people you think, like, you disarm them, right? And then you go away, but they're still going to come for you. Right? That's the problem. That's why I say, I need more context. Like, who am I in this scenario, right? And what's happening? Then you disarm them again? Well, sure, but maybe you're not so lucky next time. Sometimes you just gotta, you gotta make sure they're not coming for you again, right? Obviously, I'm just talking like, I'm approaching this as almost like a fiction, because obviously I'm never gonna be in that situation, most likely, right? Hopefully. But if you literally disarm them, yeah, remove their arms. Yeah, I don't know. It's obviously, like I said, I would rather not kill people. Now, if it's a situation where they're bad guys, quote unquote, and I haven't done anything to deserve being chased like that, and they're just after me for whatever reason, and they're gonna keep coming after me if I disarm them, then yeah, I'd rather just get things taken care of so I can rest, sleep on my, In French, we say sleep on both ears. I don't know if that's an expression in English, but yeah. I don't know. Interesting question, Brendan, but I feel like I need more. I need more context. All right, so apparently at some point after the CIA, Jodie was on the run. Why? I don't know. Sure, we'll find out. Where are we going next? An imaginary friend. Oh my god, this is all the way at the beginning. Okay, I'm excited about that. Okay, so that was just a little scene during the night. Things scaring her. She's slowly, probably becoming aware of that presence, I guess. How do you feel about nonlinear narratives? I like them in general, Brandon. I think it depends how well they're executed. And that's I mentioned that yesterday. I don't know if you were here or not, but I think one of the big points for nonlinear narrative is, since the plot, you know, has sort of that, a plot of a nonlinear narrative is very often, almost always, going to feel very episodic. Think about Pulp Fiction, right? It feels like small little vignettes. It's hard to sort of have a smooth progression of plot when you're using this sort of narrative, which is difficult. So you need something to give you a sense, as the audience, a sense of linearity. I think that's important. You need to have a sense of progression, have a sense of, you know, structure. Usually that's done either through the characters, like the way you uncover the character slowly builds the block of who they are, and you understand them better, and usually it leads you to understand how you end up being at the beginning of the story, right? You see something at the beginning of the story that you're wondering how you got there. In the case of this game, she got arrested by the police, and then like the CIA shows up and all that, you know, all that SWAT team and all that, and you're wondering how you got there, and then you're slowly constructing all those things, right? And now we're like, okay, so she worked for the CIA, she had that superpower, she's been studying in a lab, there's that she's on the run at some point, and you're slowly building towards that how did we get here sort of thing, which I think is pretty cool. I like that. I don't mind. But you need a bit more than that. You need, and that's why I always go, again, I'm rambling like a fucking old man about that, but the theme is the most important thing. You need to feel the theme progressing linearly through the story as you add more blocks to the nonlinear narrative. Every scene needs to add a little bit to the theme so you can have that sort of construction over the course of the story. I'm not sure I'm feeling it right now for this game. Obviously, again, like I said yesterday, I'm sensing that the main theme surrounding this game is going to be freedom. I think that's the strongest theme so far around Jodie and even Aiden. They're both prisoner of one another, right? They're both prisoner in this situation. They're linked to one another, apparently against each other's will. And they're both trying to sort of, you know, Jodie would probably like to be alone sometimes. And Aiden, she mentioned at some point, like, Aiden wants to leave and he can't. And that makes him angry, right? So there's that sort of unintentional tether and link between them that keeps them locked in that situation, prisoner of their own existence. So I think that's the whole theme. And every scene sort of works on that. You can see the first scene, she's being held in custody. Then she's in a lab, like her room is like a prison cell. She gets at the party, she gets locked in the, you know, under the staircase and all that. Like there's always that theme of being imprisoned, controlled, manipulated. Even the CIA, you know, sequence, she's being sold probably to the CIA as a super agent of some kind, but she's still a prisoner of that situation. She's never really free. I wouldn't be surprised if the reason we're on the run is that because we're fed at some point. We're fed up. Like you can see the scene at the embassy at the end. She's just like so mad about the whole situation. She just pushes Ryan away, like don't touch me, and you know, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if she tried to escape the CIA. And obviously, if you're I don't know if it's considered deserting in the CIA because it's not like the army, right? But maybe she, one way or another, she got out of their grasp, and now she's being chased because, you know, she's way too important, I guess. So it's always that theme of freedom, I feel, is being built, and that to me carries me through the story, right, Brandon? Because the structure of the plot is way too all over the place, little vignettes here and there. But the theme, every time basically when I'm looking at a new scene, I'm like, okay, how does this carry the theme? And how does this build on that idea of freedom, right? Could the theme be how it is to be different? To me, this is more like this is more of a specific element surrounding the idea, the same idea, right? Her difference is what prevents her, at least for now, her difference is what prevents her to achieve that freedom she seeks, is what I'm getting. She's prisoner of that difference because she's maybe not, and again, I'm like super speculating right now, but one of the character arc could be embracing her difference, embracing that power she has instead of sort of fighting against it, instead of being mad about it, instead of, you know, feeling locked in this situation. Maybe, you know, accepting it and embracing it somehow will make her be able to be free because, you know, I don't know. I haven't seen enough of the story to make much sense. Like as I'm talking about it, I'm like, I don't know, this doesn't hold much water, but I need to see more of the game, obviously. What if the freedom is, instead of everyone else always telling her what to do with her power, which is what's happening so far? How about the freedom she can find is owning up to her, you know, her power and doing what she wants with it, maybe, right? All right, RTZ, have a good one. Do you think that nonlinear storytelling encourages you to speculate more than, for example, in Heavy Rain? I don't know. It really depends, right? I think the nonlinear structure has inherent holes in it that you naturally want to fill because you're jumping all over the place and you're like, how did we get here? How did, you know? I feel like, but not necessarily. I don't know. Like a linear story can be full of mystery and encourage a lot of speculation, but anyway, we'll see. Maybe, you know, I haven't seen much of it yet. Let's keep playing and see if that theme of freedom is expressing itself in other ways. In this scene, for instance, let's try to look at it from this perspective and see how the theme of freedom expresses itself. Maybe we'll find something. It's David Cage. I'm not expecting a lot of subtlety, but I mean, okay, listen, this is a great example. It's actually pretty impressive because there's a lot of subtext in literally the 5 seconds we just saw. She's inside the home, looking outside the window. She's, you know, she looks sort of like, almost like she's daydreaming about being outside and not being inside the house. It's a small detail. I don't know if it's done intentionally, but that to me is an expression of the theme, right? It shows us something about the character. And it could be completely unrelated. It could be just she's inside because it's snowing outside or whatever, right? And she's just enjoying the warm, but it's interesting that the subtext is here if you're looking for it.
Hey, honey, you can't spend the whole day looking out the window. Why don't you find something to do?
Is she allowed to go outside? Is she not allowed to go outside? What's the deal here, right? And obviously when we think about the fact that she was literally... I wonder... Oh man. How do you go from them noticing that she has some like weird things happening around her to being brought to that lab, and then she, obviously based on a previous scene, she's living there. I wonder how we get from that point to the next, right? And how it affects her as a kid, that her parent probably just literally like gave her away to the lab, right? What the damn, the music. Why is it so sad? Another one of those animations. Love him. Oh. I guess she was done with it. What's up, Q? I've successfully finished fasting for today. Nice. The music is really freaking good. Cookie jar!
Can I have a cookie?
It's almost dinner time, sweetheart. Eat a cookie now, and eat your dinner.
Well, fuck, you tell me to do something.
Come on, honey, I gotta get dinner ready. Jody, where are you going?
Nowhere. I was just looking outside.
Okay. So she's apparently not supposed to go outside. I mean, she's not dressed to go outside, but there could be more to this, right? Have things been happening when she goes outside, and maybe they don't want her? Are they very controlling? Again, thinking back to what I said at the beginning of the scene, right? How is the theme being exploited? You're being restricted through your movement in the game. You're not allowed to go out. I think that's a nice way to sort of mix gameplay and storytelling.
Jody, honey, would you do me a favor?
What's up, Frank?
Could you get me a bottle of oil from the garage?
Sure, no problem.
Oil from the garage. Okay. How are you doing today, Frank? Oil from the garage. Oh god. I love that trope. Okay, listen. I know it's a very overused trope. I always enjoy it. The child going in the cave or the basement or the garage, and everything looks scary. There's red lights, there's machines making noise, you know, like not furniture, appliances making noise. I love that trope. I've loved it since, I don't know, Home Alone maybe. I don't remember, but because it feels, you know, it feels true. I've been that kid. I hated going into the basement. Everything was so scary. Yeah, it's all good, Freaker. I'm doing all right, man. Just just playing video games, you know. How are you? Oh God, why do we have to see? Okay, yes, and why is there always some scary shit that has no place being there? That you could throw away. It's there for years and nobody ever uses it. Like an old mask or... Jesus. I didn't sign up for this. What's up, Leaks? What's up, Cassie? How are you doing today? Oh, that's the oil, I guess. A huge jug of olive oil. Do you dislike scaring games in general? No, I'm not a huge, like, particularly a huge fan of horror, but I enjoy playing them. Especially on stream, I think it's great entertainment. I'm gonna play a lot of horror games on stream in the future. Whew. She's so relieved. There you go.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Wow. He does not care very much about me right now.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing. I just wanted a hug.
No, she's terrified.
Come here.
She's completely like that kid has intense
I'll let her
anxiety.
know. Okay, I gotta get back to work.
Which makes sense if she has like weird shit happening around her and she doesn't know why, right? And probably nobody believes her.
Hey, sweetheart. Why don't you go outside and play?
Oh,
I'll call you when dinner's ready.
okay, so I'm being encouraged to go outside. Interesting. Look at the boots! Oh my god, so cute, love it. Look at this! Okay, that outfit is so cute, I love it. That reminds me of my childhood right there. Going out to play in the snow. Have you played A Quiet Place? That's the new Quiet Place game that just came out, right? I haven't played it. I'm going to though. I really want to play it. I've heard comparisons to Alien Isolation. But yeah, I'm definitely not gonna play it with any sort of like Twitch interactivity stuff, if there are any. I think I'll play with like I think isn't there like a mechanic like you can, if you talk into your microphone, it sort of like ears you in the game and that affects the gameplay. I think I'll use that. We'll have to see. It's hard for me to imagine playing a game without being able to yap all the time though, but maybe that's part of the interest of the gameplay, having to shut up from time to time and choose the moments where I can actually talk. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. What's up, Hamuder? How are you doing today? Yeah, Brandon? Interesting. We should really get into a call and talk shop at some point. I'm really curious. Yeah, I don't know if you're up later tonight, Brandon. I'm around. Okay, let's go outside. Okay, so this kind of goes against what I was expressing with the theme of freedom, because we're encouraged to go outside. Although, again, sudden Harry Potter. Hold on.
Great. Now I can be bored and freezing. You don't care, do you, Aiden? You never get cold.
I love Jodie. She's amazing. Listen, I'm ready to express that I think she's the best women character Cage has ever written. And at the same time, the best kid character Cage has ever written. He's definitely stepped up his game in that regard. She's so sarcastic. I love it. Now I can be bored and freezing. But yeah, again, at first I'm like, maybe this is not working towards like the idea of that freedom theme I was expressing, but it kind of is, right? Because she's being told to go outside. She's not free to do whatever she wants. One of those things. She's still a prisoner of her life, so to speak. Did she say, Aiden, you're never cold? So she's already like fully aware of the presence. I wonder if I wonder how the name came to be. Did she have that imaginary friend and she named him? I wonder. Yeah. In-game mic activation in Quiet Place makes more interesting. Yeah, no, I'll have to look at it for sure. Yeah, exactly, Bed. And in Fahrenheit as well. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to pronounce it like she does in the game, but I feel like I'm wrong every time. I'm gonna have to pay attention to how she pronounces it exactly. I'm giving it a kudos, by the way, just for the overall writing of the kid there. I like it. Good writing on the character's part, for once. The Harry Potter music style is amazing there. I wish I had more control over the camera here. Kind of want to look around and all that. The game is pretty positive at the moment. I have a few issues with some of the... I feel like the QTEs, like the action scenes, having hidden prompts that require you to look at the movement on the screen to choose which direction to press is very confusing. It works most of the time, but there are definitely, at least in every moment, in every action scene we've seen so far, there's at least a couple of prompts that make no sense to me. Like, it's very unclear what I'm supposed to press, and I hate that.
Come on, let's get it.
Now, it definitely adds a little bit to the chaos of the...
Did you hear that? Came from the street.
It definitely adds to the chaos a little bit, I think. But it doesn't make for a positive gaming experience. Can I shoot the ball? Hell yeah. Look at that, I can play football by myself. Aww. Doesn't feel like playing.
Come on, let's get him. Stop.
Other kids?
Ow, ow, that's cold.
Let me guess. It's not gonna go very well.
Ow, ow, that's cold. Gotcha. Ow. I think I just found a way to have some fun. I'm gonna make you pay for that. Take that. Okay, I know we're not supposed to. Come on, we'll just play for 5 minutes and come back. Mom will never know.
See? Again, we're not supposed to. Apparently, she's not supposed to go outside of the perimeter, right? I'm sure you guys now can see like what I mean with, you know, the theme, right? Like a broken record talking about that all the time, but it's definitely the most important part of any story, so that's why you want to focus on that. And it works both, like if you're trying to write a story yourself, you need to think about those things, right? How you express all those things. But as the audience, I think it's a great way also to connect with the story and understand the story a bit better, and you know, playing football by herself. She must be bored out of her mind. Whoa, okay, listen. If when I was a kid, I could have played as a goalie and have the ball shoot at me by itself because I'm using my telekinesis powers, I would have loved this. That would have been great. I would have been a great goalkeeper. Imagine being able to just train by yourself. Oh.
You got me.
What do you mean?
You can at least give me a hand, Aiden. Aiden, you're the best.
Oh, yeah, destruction of property. Awesome.
Hey, Jody, want to play with us? Come on, hurry up and hide then. You're gonna get creamed.
Got him.
Show yourself, dummy.
It hit you right in your face.
Oh. God, I'm getting annihilated. I'm so bad at this.
I'm gonna make you pay for that. He's hiding back there.
Interactive snowball fight. Snow fight. Snow fight? How do you call that? Wow. Over the car. I'm being really good. Oh.
Come on, idiot. Attack me. That's okay, Aiden. I'm just having fun.
You're a dead little girl. I got you.
No, let go of me.
Oh.
No, stop.
Not cool. Not cool. I let go pretty early. I didn't want to go too far there, but just wanted to.
See that? She nearly killed me. You saw what she did to me? She's a witch, a dirty, rotten witch.
What's going on here?
She's a witch. I'm telling you, Jody Holmes is a witch.
Come on, let's go. Come on. Get in the house.
What happened?
What were you doing in the street? You know you're not allowed to leave the yard.
Saw the other kids playing. I just wanted to have some fun.
What did you do to that boy?
Philip.
I didn't do anything. I didn't did it. He was trying to defend me. He thought.
I'm sick and tired of your stories. Jody, this time you're really gonna get it. And now.
Okay.
You go to your room. Now!
Try to get some sleep, sweetheart. Everything will be better in the morning, okay? Night-night.
I think this works as a scene in general because of the mom.
I'm afraid of the monsters, Mommy. They're gonna get me.
Honey, you know monsters don't exist. But I'll leave the light on and the door open, okay? Get some sleep, sweetie.
I would feel a lot worse about the scene overall if the mom didn't give him that look at the end of the conversation downstairs, right? She gives him that look of like, you know, you went too far. And I think that's interesting. Because at least it doesn't fall into the just like, you know, it's not just a cliche for the sake of the plot. You can tell there's some real tension there. They've probably been over this. They probably had a lot of conversation with this. It's been a constant thorn in their side, right? This whole idea of she's mentioning that sort of presence and those weird things are happening, and you know, it's probably very stressful for the parents. Doesn't justify what the violence it was about to commit, but you know, I think there was definitely more nuance there than in a lot of previous games, similar situations. I think there's improvement. I can see it. What's up, Brainy? Would the game have you let you kill the kid? I don't know. Maybe not. I haven't tried. I'm assuming no, because you know it would seem excessive, but yeah, I don't know. Good, and also great performances from the parents actors there. The kid outside, whatever, was a bit, you know, a bit of a bully, but I mean, it just got strangled. It felt like it was getting strangled. And I'm assuming this is not based on he said, like, I told you she's a witch, right? It's something that has happened before. It's not the first time something like that happened. That's what I'm getting from the writing of the scene, right? This is a recurring thing. And they tried to invite her again, and something weird happened again. And I'm guessing at that point the kid is like, yeah, okay, no, that, you know, she's a witch. Like, some weird stuff is happening. Like, I was getting choked out of nowhere. I understand that the kid would be pretty mad about that. Now, yes, I agree, Colette, but, you know, that... I don't know about you, but I've been a kid. There's a lot of snow in Switzerland. I was a kid. We've played in the snow a lot, and you know, the smothering thing with the snow. We would do that to each other all the time. It's not great, but we would do it, right? I would have still felt very upset if, you know, we were playing with the snow and then suddenly I'm out of nowhere. I'm getting choked by some invisible force. Like, I would have been very concerned. You know, I would still, I can, you know, I don't think it's so unrealistic for the kid to be very upset there. But, well, Chipmunk, and that, my assumption here is also the other kids weren't saying anything. So, you know, they were just looking at the scene, right? They didn't take sides, I don't think. But also it's just one of those things where it always happens around her, right? And so there's a pattern that they recognize here. I don't know. To me, this was pretty okay. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with the way that scene played out. But yeah. And I mean, I guess ultimately it still expresses that idea that she's really not free to do whatever. Like, she's basically a kid that's living in a cage, and she can't do anything because of something she's not responsible for, not fully responsible for, at least, right? So I don't know. I think there's some interesting stuff happening in the game so far. Kids living in the David cage. Yep.
Go away! I hate you! It's your fault my parents don't let me. You hear me? Go away!
Oh.
You shouldn't get so angry with her, Philip. She's just a little girl.
Little girl? You've seen what you can do, right? Susan, that's no little girl. Susan, that's a monster.
Don't you dare talk about her like that!
The things that are happening around her, they're not normal, and they're getting stronger. For the love of God, Susan, what's to stop her from turning on us?
Oh, don't be ridiculous!
Susan, that thing is like an uncontrollable animal. We have no idea what it's capable of.
The music is great there.
We have a demon living with us right under our own roof. Susan, this is gonna stop, and it's gonna stop now, before we end up crazy or dead. We agreed to look after a little girl, Susan, but not this.
Hold the phone! They're not the real... Oh my god! Oh, that changes so much. They're not her real parents. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. That changes a lot about the dynamic of the situation and the scene, right? All right, Freaker. Appreciate you. Thanks for lurking. Yeah, that does change a lot about the dynamic. How did she, you know, like, where did she come? Was she orphan? What was the situation? And then suddenly they're like, okay, we're gonna take the kid. And then suddenly the kid turns out to have all those weird things happening. Obviously, you'd be like, whoa, Jesus, like, you know, it's hard to deal with. And especially the way he expresses it. It didn't say, you know, it didn't say like that they wanted a kid or they adopted him. He said, we agreed to take care of a little girl. It feels like they were sort of not forced into it, but like they were asked to do it, right? By an outside force, whatever it is. It could be the government, whatever. There was mention. What's up, Ricky? How are you doing, man? Good to see you. There was mention of them. She mentioned like she always grew up on the base. So I'm wondering if this is whole like a military sort of community, right? Military base of some kind. And what maybe was the girl part of an experiment? Who the fuck knows how she, you know? And at some point they were like, okay, well, you know, maybe is one of them a scientist? I no idea what the context is yet, but maybe they were like, hey, we have this girl, she needs parenting. You don't have a kid, do you want to take care of her? And they're like, I don't know. The dad's maybe not too excited about it. Maybe the mom a bit more based on the dynamic with the child, I can see. And the dad eventually accepts. Philip eventually accepts because whatever, right? I don't know. I think there's some interesting dynamics at play here. I'm looking forward to see more. But that actually, that does a lot to sort of justify sort of the whole dynamic in the that I can feel in the family there. It's very interesting. Yeah, Ricky, it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm doing like the whole, you know, series of David Cage games, starting with like Fahrenheit, which was the first game that sort of did this sort of cinematic interactive gameplay, right? And then it's interesting to see with each new game how much the sort of the writing evolves, the gameplay evolves, and you can see how those things changing, and it's quite interesting. I'm having a good time sort of seeing the progression. And also they're a great game to just talk stories about, so yeah, it's a good game. We've been through 2 of them, Fahrenheit and Heavy Rain. Yeah, we have a whole scoring system. It's a whole thing. Okay, interesting. Not their real, not Jodie's real parents. Let's go.
Not this.
I mean, obviously this is a very difficult situation, right? Oh. I'm telling you, there's some subtlety in the way those scenes are written. I almost can't believe this is the same guy that wrote the characters in Fahrenheit and even Heavy Rain. There's some real subtlety in those scenes. He's still an asshole, yes, but there's a lot of nuance there. There's a lot of subtlety, like the way he reaches for her hand and the way she reacts, and this is some refined shit. Some good directing and everything. Is he the sole writer for this game? I don't know. Yeah, we'll see in the credits, I guess, but even if he's the only credited writer, maybe he is taking more input from the outside, or maybe he's just getting better. Who the fuck knows? I love this. Turning in the bed, not able to find sleep. Oh! I didn't expect to be able to do that again. Our man Cage is getting better and better. He still falls in a lot of his usual trappings, right? When it comes to stereotypical characters, some tropes, some... He has his little darling scenes that he likes to put in every fucking game, but... he's getting better. Uh-oh. Were those the monsters she was talking about? Oh, yeah, remember she had like wounds on her arms and she said, I didn't do that, those are the monsters. And I wasn't sure if it was real monsters or if she hurt herself. Are we gonna get some answers maybe? What repeated darling scenes? Oh, let's see, outside of like the comical ones, like the unnecessary shower scenes and pissing scenes, which we haven't had in this game so far. You know, like the police chase escape. There's been one in every game so far. That's one of his darlings. What else? Okay, we haven't seen one in this, but the unnecessary out of nowhere sex scene is a big one. We'll see if there's one in this game, but we'll see. We'll get to them soon enough, I'm sure. But also, obviously, I'm still waiting for the completely nonsensical plot twist. There was one in Fahrenheit, there was one in Heavy Rain. There has to be one in there, right? It's almost a staple. I'll be disappointed if there's not a nonsensical twist in this one. Is that water? Oh yeah, that's a glass of water. I was very confused as to what this was.
There's no reason to be scared, Aiden.
Aiden.
We're going to sleep, and nothing is gonna happen.
Sure. Oh, what the f...
Jody!
Okay, I'm really curious here.
Jody! Are you alright? Oh my god. What happened, sweetheart?
You told me monsters didn't exist. You were wrong, Mommy, you were wrong.
Okay, I have a lot of thoughts about this. I have a lot of thoughts. Exited the garage in time, 69%, nice. Didn't eat a cookie. I could have eaten a cookie? Oh, damn, I should have used Aiden more. Behaved well, okay. Missed the shoebox. Shit. I missed some stuff in this episode. Anyway. So I have a few thoughts here. I wonder if... Obviously the way the game is set up, it makes you believe that there's some weird shadowy thing that then grabs you by the legs and pulls you out of the bed, and then, you know, you have scratches and all that. Yeah, man. What if what if it's not actual monsters? What if it's Aiden? Aiden. What if Aiden... What if Aiden's mad at me? Because again, like there's been that expression that he's always angry because he can't leave. And at this point, we're pretty young. We haven't been, I'm assuming, with Aiden for a long time. Maybe he's still very mad. He's still very much not under control as opposed to what we see later in the game when they know each other better, so to speak. What if he's just taking it out on her and doing all that stuff? And, the scratches maybe come from her, like, maybe panicking and imagining maybe things. And I don't know. There's an interesting potential here for Aiden being responsible. Aiden. God damn it. The pronunciation is going to throw me off. Aiden being responsible for, like, tormenting her. Or maybe there's really fucking monsters out there. Who the fuck knows, right? Yeah, Seven Toes. Jody says Aiden. So Aiden. So I'm trying to stick with it, but yeah. Yeah, there's some interesting thoughts maybe about, potentially what's causing those things. But yeah, okay, so we can see now that the kind of life she was living before, and that obviously leads into the scene we saw where the mom brings her to what's his name? No, not Norman. Nathan, the scientist, right? Willem Dafoe. Obviously they bring them there to maybe see what's wrong with her, right? Try to make sense of it all. Okay, good enough. Also, the fact that the parents are not her real parents sort of explains a bit more how easily they could probably get rid of her, so to speak, and leave her in the lab apartment or room that she lives in, right? Seems more likely. Okay. Listen, so far every scene I'm more and more interested. It's building an interesting narrative so far. What's next? The condenser. This is between the party and welcome to the CIA. So this is before the CIA and after the party. So we're a teenager, supposedly, or a very young adult.
Jody, get up.
Huh? What's going on?
Get dressed. I'll explain in the car.
Okay.
The DPA has launched a program to study the other side, the infraworld as they call it. They've created a condenser, a machine to open a rift to what lies beyond.
They've opened a passage? To Aiden's world?
Something happened last night. Entities got through the rift and we couldn't shut down the condenser.
Oh.
Everybody in the building was slaughtered. None of the rescue teams came back. They called and asked for your help. I told them you were just a child, that it was too dangerous. But they know only you know how to deal with what lies beyond the rift.
Okay. The music is amazing.
Go ahead.
DPA, Department of Paranormal Activity?
Jody.
Question mark? I don't.
If you don't want to do it, just say, and I'll take you back.
It's all right. I'll do it.
Okay, this is interesting. Nope, that's the first mention of it. Interesting. We're getting a bit more context about what this all is. Okay, there's a few mentioned there that are pretty interesting. I told them you were only a child, but then I bitched out about you here anyway. I feel... Okay, here's how I look at this. I feel like Nathan is tied in this situation, Colette. I feel like his hands are tied because he's probably an employee of whatever. Again, I still think we're on a sort of military base, so to speak, or something. Like we're clearly in a government-owned community. right? I think he's an employee. He doesn't really have a choice there, right? I mean, he could quit, I guess, but realistically, right? That's his job. But there's still that paternal aspect to him. Like, he's the only person so far that is giving Jodie choices. Even when the first time when she came in his office, right, he was, you know, you don't have to talk if you don't want to. And he was asking her questions very, you know, like, can you draw him for me? Like, it wasn't, you know, he wasn't ordering her around. He's trying to be nice. He's trying to be understanding of her. Most likely because he's the only person who initially actually believed her, right? He's like, he's not taking her as a weird, crazy person or a demon or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, no, she's a child that manifests some of the things we're studying. So I understand what you know. She's like just a real person, which I think is interesting. There's an interesting dynamic there. But now she accepts. She's like, yeah, no, I'll do it. So there's two things here. Maybe she's used to just doing whatever people ask of her because she's been in that like lab and that program for years and years and years. So she's used to just doing whatever is asked of her, right? She's been trained to do it. Or there's a part of her where she's also curious because there's been mention of that other world where Aiden's from. The other side, the infraworld as they call it, right? Which I don't know if refers to some upside down type deal like the Stranger Things or if it's like a parallel world or whatever it is, you know, maybe there's a bit of curiosity there, right? Of like, I want to know more. I want to understand what the fuck is going on. Clearly the studies they've been doing you know, they've been able to explain a little bit about what Aiden is, because he's been based on the conversation they just had, clearly they know a bit more about what everything is. So this is very interesting. And apparently scientists are trying to open a passage to whatever other world that is, you know, that other side. Again, could be an afterlife, could be an upside down type thing, parallel universe. Unsure yet, but this is pretty interesting. So yeah, maybe she's curious, but in regardless of what we're looking at, she's at that point in the story, she's keeping herself in that cage, right? Because she's sort of she's accepted her situation, and she's like, yeah, I'll do it, right? But I think part of it is the curiosity of knowing what's up with the infra world. What's up, Azatot? How are you doing today? Him letting her make her own choice ties back into the theme of freedom. Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, at that point, she's sort of keeping herself into that cage, right? But at least she made her choice herself, so that's interesting. Yeah, the other one, what was his name? Harmon Cole, I think was his name. He seemed very nice too, yeah. The people who actually take care of her in that lab seem... they seem like the best family she's had from what we've seen so far. So, yeah. Which is an interesting sort of take on the whole, you know, lab-grown kid, you know, living in a lab. Like, again, like the Stranger Things 11 sort of thing. I don't know. I like it. Pretty okay so far. Could be a Mayan AI cyber world. Yeah, who knows, Gibraltar, right? Right, so apparently entities have escaped through a rift that they've opened to the infraworld. That sounds bad.
Christ, Nathan, this is crazy. You can't send her in there. What are you thinking?
You don't understand. She's the only one that can stop this.
Cole is here. Are you not even gonna say hi? What the fuck, Cole? Was how 150 centimeters high girl was dealing with big tough guy in Oh, you mean a CIA martial arts trained girl with superpowers was dealing with normal dudes? I don't know, that doesn't seem very unbelievable to me. She's literally CIA trained in martial arts and has superpowers. I think this is not the most unbelievable things about this game.
We got any information coming out of there yet? Anything?
Is that the girl?
I'm sorry, miss.
I heard they're sending a girl.
She can go.
Hey, do you know who I am, nerd? That guy tried to be tough there, but... I love how everyone's like... clearly has heard of me, right? But they haven't seen me much. Also, what the fuck? There's a lot of dead scientists around there. Well, not dead, but wounded. Clearly something really bad is happening in here.
What is she doing? It's like hell.
It's going to be okay, sir. What could that be? 10 minutes ago. They're not telling us everything.
Nobody else. There's no way to continue.
I'm sorry, sir. We can't go back.
Okay. Low-key, I love the jacket that I'm wearing. Look at the print. It's so fucking cool. I know we're in a very dramatic situation I should be focusing, but... Focus, game, please!
The condenser's in the lower basement. You need to find the control room. That's all they could tell me. Jody, the entities around the rift, they're not like Aiden. They're from the depths of the other side. We know almost nothing about them.
I've been living with an entity that I know nothing about since the day I was born. I get it. Don't worry. I don't plan on dying today.
I don't plan on dying today, he says. Okay. Department... Oh, that was correct. Department of Paranormal Activities. National Defense Laboratory. National Defense Laboratory. Department of Paranormal Activities. Administration, Archives and Documentation, Information Desk and Cafeteria. Electronic Development, Lasers Applications, Robotic Technology, Laboratories, Restricted Area. I'm assuming that's where we want to go. That's not how we remember Control, yeah. Interesting. See, I like this scene so far because of,
I don't know about you, Aiden, but I'm scared.
Yeah, no, I'm scared too. It's sort of, that's what I was saying earlier, right? It doesn't feel like a little vignette that throws you in there. There's a setup, and then they drop you in there, and then you have a bit more of a slow-paced approach to it. That's the kind of scene I was sort of hoping for. The previous scene with the house was great too. But yeah, I like that we can just walk around and explore. That's very nice. Is there anything I can do? Doesn't look like it. very horror game language there from the game. Oh yeah, of course, Foolish Flames. I think my point is that there were a few scenes in a row that were very much like, you know, like the CIA training that felt a little, you know, and then the escape. A few scenes that didn't really give us any time to breathe, I guess. So I'm glad the pacing of the game knows when to slow down. That's good. Dead Space as hell in here? Yeah, a little bit. Man, that really makes me want to play the Dead Space remake. I wonder how old we are there. I'm assuming like 16 or something. Did I want to?
Oh, the elevator's stuck.
I wonder if they sold us to the
Go see what you can do, Aiden.
elevator stuck. I wonder if they sold us to the CIA, like or maybe we were, you know, maybe we weren't sold to the CIA. Maybe the CIA took control of us because obviously the government's aware of us, right? We're part of their programs. So the CIA, as soon as we turn 18, and we can legally join the CIA, that's it. We're in there, right? What's your attitude towards... What is your attitude towards hyping nowadays Space Marine 2? I don't understand the question. What do you mean specifically? What the hell is that? Did you like it from the trailer or maybe play it? Oh, I haven't seen many trailers of it and I haven't played it yet. I may get into it at some point, I'm not sure. I do like Warhammer 40k. So I could see myself playing the game at some point. Oh. Yeah, it's alright. I just, I'm not blaming you. I just didn't get it, so I wanted more, I wanted to answer your question properly. Alright, Bed, have a good one. Bed's going to bed. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. Dead people, not great. Love the jeans with the customized drawings. Very mid-2000 teenager coded. Yeah, her outfit is kind of awesome. It's cool to have a character that again, that's not something we got a lot of in the previous games, I don't think. At least not Heavy Rain. The variety of outfits in all the scenes, because we see such a wide time frame, right? So we get a lot of different outfits that express, you know, her personality and all the different. I think this is really cool. There's some good characterization done through the stuff she's wearing, and it's not just done for the sake of, you know, putting her in clothes, right? There's some actual identity there, and even the way. Like when she was wearing the dress at the party or at the embassy mission, the way she reacts to the clothes and complains about them. Like there's some real characterization being done through something as simple as a bunch of clothes. It's such an efficient way of giving you an idea of who the character is and their personality, rather than having a stupid voiceover, right? Which this game has been really good about not indulging into too much. There's a bit of that conversation with Aiden, but I think that's fair, right? But other than that, it's just no thoughts, none of that bullshit voiceover that over-explains the game outside of the prologue, but we talked about that at length, so I'm not going to go over it again, but yeah, no, definitely good improvements in terms of like visual characterization, I would say. I think is very important. Redirect the emanation to Jodie's head until she has a flashback. What? How many different superpowers do I have? What the fuck? Oh shit.
Come on!
Oh, cool. Nice. Okay, maybe you are a witch. I clearly have some supernatural powers. That is for sure. I like it. I like it. This is nice. I'm getting almost a Resident Evil vibe from this. This is cool. Wow, the silence. That's pretty cool. Very oppressive. Focus on the breathing, you know, the blood. Good use of camera work there. Are we gonna have another flashback? Whoa!
But death is there.
Holy Jesus! Playing those games in October wasn't as far removed from doing a horror month as I thought. I was like, I'm not gonna play horror games in October because everyone's doing it. Turns out, those games have a lot more horror elements than I initially thought. Oh god. It's a jump scare, but that's the only one we've had in the game so far. I'm okay with it. I think it's fine. I'm not gonna be upset because of one horror jump scare, right? It's okay. I'll give him one. You get one jump scare per video game. I think that's fine. Turning into Event Horizon. I'm getting a bit of a Resident Evil vibe from this corridor, right? What the fuck? Okay, that was terrifying. I don't know what's going on. Dude.
Try to open it from the other side.
Shut up, Gibraltar. This is fine. I like it. I actually like it. For some reason, I actually vibe with this. I was just defending the game from jump scares and then they do a second one right away. But yeah, I'm enjoying this somehow. Not sure if that was a good idea. Could have done that right away. Yeah, I understand what you mean, Gibraltar. Yeah.
I can feel it too.
The first one.
They're here.
They're here.
Stay close to me, okay?
The sort of trope of like the guy just reacting and then immediately dying is a bit. I agree, it's not great, but. Listen, I really like the vibe of this scene. I think this is some really cool. I don't know. I think this scene so far has been pretty amazing. The tension is great. Oh God, why is this so hard? Oh, okay. No, wait, what? I'm really bad at this. Ah, I see. I don't need to. Okay.
Emergency team. They're coming.
Oh shit. I thought I was supposed to put like the little icon in front of her face, but no, I'm supposed to use it on the sort of emanation itself to change its direction. Makes more sense now. Yeah. Nice. Okay, I can tell David Cage was watching Lost. He was watching a rerun of Lost while he was developing this game. Fucking black smoke killing people.
There are ducts in the ceiling. If I can get up there.
I haven't played Jedi Survivor yet. Alright, Kyo, have a good one. Everyone's going to bed tonight. What the hell? I mean, I'm assuming usually people go to bed maybe a bit later because I'm 1 hour early for a lot of you. Or an hour late for a lot of you, sorry. Like, the people who usually leave towards the end of the stream leave much earlier these days. Okay, I'm assuming Aiden needs to do it. What's up, JC? How are you doing today? Nice. Oh. I always forget. Nice. Alright, Ilse. Have a good night. Uh-oh. Shit. I need to find a fridge to hide in or something. Fuck! What's up, Aster?
Powerful concentration of energy, which allows us to open a temporary breach.
That thing is terrifying. Whatever's happening here, scary as hell. Hold on, I can use Aiden to read that more easily. Step up containment procedure. So they can tell that some entities may be coming out, so they have to they're like, we need to step up the containment procedure. Something's not going well, right? Contact N. I'm assuming that's Nathan. Or I don't know. Maybe something related to me, right? Jody, I mean by me. And this is sort of the portal, right? Our world, the infra world. Vortex gate. Okay, some interesting scientific stuff going on right there. Bit of an SCP vibe with the containment stuff. Well, Nathan sort of asked, but I don't think we had much of a choice, really. But technically we agreed. We said we'd do it. Shut the fuck up. Thanks. I'm not sure what that was supposed to do, but there we go.
Great. Now let's go.
Yeah, that's an interesting question, right, Psycho Rider? Like, what happens if she refuses? How far would things go? Do they have any pressure, sort of influence or power on her? Maybe they have something that they can pressure her with. We don't really know, right? Yet.
Are you hurt? Can you move? I'm not gonna make it. Calm down. Everywhere! Under control.
Jesus Christ, yeah, this is very Lost, like the aesthetic of how those entities work. One thing that's interesting is I feel like at her age, it makes sense that she would want to know more about Aiden and what's going on with her and all that, right? Her curiosity to me explains quite a bit there. And it makes a lot of sense. There's some implied justification for why she would do all of this, right? God damn it. This is so much harder than it looks, guys. I swear to God, I'm not bad. Oh, damn. Those deaths are so brutal. Okay, so there's an fire extinguisher somewhere. There it is.
Fire extinguisher.
Yep.
There's gotta be one around here somewhere. Find it, Aiden.
I did. There you go. It's probably burning hot. Be careful carrying it, but... They actually did it! They actually acknowledged the fact that it was burning hot when she first touched it. I'm impressed. I mean, obviously it wouldn't get cold that fast, but at least it, you know, it that's enough for me to accept it, you know. What's up, Naz? No, it doesn't get a kudos because, you know, it but I appreciate that they at least acknowledge it. I think it goes a long way for believability, even though the... Well, rip that guy. If only someone had a fire extinguisher nearby. What? I did it correctly. What the fuck? Is the blood... Okay, they insisted on the blood there. I wonder how it's gonna be relevant. Wait, who's crying and where? Oh, there. So, based on what we know that Aiden can do, are the other entities capable of controlling those dudes, like, very shortly? Filled with anger and whatnot? I wonder. That's a scary prospect, I will say.
No, please, go away, God, no, please.
Easy. I'm Jody. I work with Professor Dawkins.
The entities, they invaded the laboratory. Creatures from the depths. I managed to hide, but they're still here. I know they're still here.
Try to get to the elevator. It's working now. You should be able to get out.
You're staying here? But those things will kill you.
I'm not alone.
We always face death alone.
Okay. Oh shit! See, this is a perfect example of how confusing those prompts are. I don't understand which direction I'm supposed to press. Like the first one, the very first one here, my character was going backwards completely. And the tutorial, if you remember, said watch the movement of the arms. So I'm like, okay, should I press back because she's going backwards? No, I was supposed to press forward to counter the chair, which I did. But that was completely like speculation. She didn't have the CIA training yet. That's true. That's true. I really don't like those invisible prompts. I don't think that's a great change. Whatever. But I'm gonna try to not complain about it too much. But it's very annoying. I really don't like it. Some of them are fine, like this one. But some are so confusing. Oh, damn! Oh! This kind of reminds me of Control, the way that the movements work and all that. I need to... Maybe I'm overthinking those things. I'm gonna turn off my brain. And just... You know. Just go with feel rather than logic. What? Dude. Oh, beautiful. I will say, on the plus side of those sort of confusing prompts, it makes some of the scene feel a bit more natural. It feels less like we're a superhero that always achieves everything. We're fumbling around a bit more. We're, you know, it expresses that we're not as Jodie herself. We're not like invincible. We're not like a, you know, we're just a human being. Like the superpowers come from Ethan, right? Aiden, not Jodie herself. So I think in a way that helps sort of the fact that she fumbled grabbing the thing, it fell on the ground, and then, you know, makes it feel a bit more maybe natural. So there's some merit there. From a gameplay perspective, though, it's sort of annoying, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it going forward. Maybe that's the intention? Maybe, yeah. That was pretty cool, though. I like that fight. Are those supposed to be the entities? They're so weird. They're so weird and alien. I love it. Yeah, you can tell the effects on the character, right? As the scene progresses. She's not just going from like moment to moment, and you know, there's actual progression.
Let us out, for Christ's sakes! Entities can go through matter! This won't stop them!
Sorry, can't take that chance.
Oh. Yep. Oh, dude! Okay, this game is dark. This is so much darker than the previous. I mean, the previous games were pretty dark too, but this is just a little step above, right? Aiden? Aiden? Maybe from the other side, push it out? Oh, I don't have a choice. No, sure, person, that's true, but it's... I guess we didn't see much of anything, right? Here we like have a front seat to all the violence and all that.
Stay close, okay?
I didn't think about it during I didn't think about it at the time during the party scene. But there's a bit of a Carrie vibe to all of this, right? Young girl with superpowers and... Oh, did you see the screen? Oh, shit's moving all over the place. Girl gets bullied and everything ends up burning. Bit of a Carrie vibe, right? You mentioned Carrie during the party scene. Maybe I didn't... Did I react to it? I thought I didn't... I didn't think about it, but maybe I did. Oh shit! Full-on horror right there. Holy crap. Alright, Aiden. I guess. Oh, no. Oh, okay. That is what we call a hidden loading screen. I'm sure that's the purpose there, but... Oh, fuck. Now I'm getting an Akira vibe. With like... The, you know...
We can feel the echo on the other side. Let's take it really slow.
The whole frozen lab underground.
Maybe we can slip through unnoticed.
Wait, what did you say? Fuck, I should have been listening. My bad.
The condenser is close. I can feel the echo on the other side.
The echo on the other side.
Let's take it really slow.
Take it slow.
Maybe we can slip through unnoticed.
Slip through unnoticed. Okay. Yeah, JR, I guess that's just like tricks to make you feel more immersed, which they tend to do a lot in games. I'm okay with it. I don't mind. It's not something I really think about, to be fair. I can't get flashbacks from them. Maybe because of the cold? Using periodic label? Chem notes, amino acids, enzymes lab, sustainability, respiration notes, yeast lab. Create a mathematical constant with conservation of energy. Bible? I don't know. That B is not... I don't know. Extremely cold liquid and gas under pressure can cause rapid suffocation or severe frostbite. The frostbite. kinetic energy. Create a mathematical constant. Yep. Procedure. Measure? I don't know. X and Y at different times. Numbers into formulas. Graphs and determine results. Same. Okay. Some crazy handwriting. It feels like some of the characters are cut off. Not very legible.
It's a pass card. Damn it.
Damn it. Of course it does. This was clearly inspired by Resident Evil. Nice. God, of course. Jesus. This is so unnerving, the way that the head moves and all that. Okay, this was me completely guessing there. The answer was down, by the way. Go figure. What was I supposed to do? I pressed forward.
Come on.
How is forward wrong?
I need you now.
Oh.
Open, goddammit.
Oh shit. They're reusing the ragdoll mechanics from Heavy Rain. Love it.
Open, goddammit.
There you go. The real question is, how are we gonna get out of here? Yeah. I love this. This is underground secret labs has always been my jam. I love this. I'm having a good time right now. Despite my issues with the gameplay. I really wonder how people felt about that at the time, when it was like in reviews and just... I have no idea. I don't remember hearing anything about it. Pretty Silent Hill-y. Man, I'm very excited to finally fucking play Silent Hill 2. I've heard of Silent Hill 2 my entire life. People talking about it. Well, not my entire life, but since it came out. People talking about it and how great the story was and everything. And I never played it. I am so excited to play the Silent Hill 2 remake at some point. What the fuck is this? Okay, you know what? I'm starting to believe that the Stranger Things dude actually played this game. The Stranger Things dude. Did I say Silent Hill? I meant this. Never mind. The Stranger Things dude played this game. I'm starting to believe it. That's a bit kiss. Yeah, leaks. I mean, we're 4 floors under the ground in a military secret lab in a military base, as far as I know, right? There's a lot of redundancy in the safety measures, right? Also, we crossed multiple SADs, right? Like multiple like corridors that were all segmented, except most of them were broken. This is really cool visually. Holy crap. Look at those entities. They look like weird fish. Scary as fuck. Yeah, pray. Okay, listen. I need to talk to the DPA about their cable management. This is ridiculous. Look at the cable management there. This is not because of the mess that just happened. That was that way before. What the hell? That's someone synthesized. Yeah, it looks like Dead Mouse's studio. What's up, Zimstang? How are you doing today? Advanced music system? It literally says advanced music system on it. Love it. At least clean up your fucking textures, guys, please. Come on. How about my immersion? Subharmonic synthesizer. That's too funny. I understand you don't have access to a bunch of like scientific equipment. You scan a bunch of synthesizer and audio equipment textures. I get it. I understand. Just clean it up a little bit. This is fine. Like, how many players actually pay attention to that, right? No one. I'm probably one of 10 players who looked at the textures and noticed that shit. That's a DVD player. That is a DVD player. Love it. VHS. Video cassette player. Nice. But yeah, obviously, you know, yeah, I'm not gonna blame the game for that, but I just think it's funny. Oh man, that somehow reminded me. Do you remember when controllers on the computer, if you wanted to use a controller on PC, you had to use those janky ass inputs, plugs, and whatever? Like, oh. The days before, like you kids who've only known USB, you don't know how good you have it. Yeah. 15 pin. Hey, one thing I always loved about those old school pins was when you could lock them with like the little screws, right? That felt good because you knew that shit was in there, right? I loved that. Locked in, right? In the truest sense of the word. I remember to really like that. I remember really liking that. Yeah, that printer's going nowhere. Exactly. My old computer, my computer that I was using up until a month ago, still had a VGA, like SVGA input that I was using. Oh, I have a reproduction of an old Model F, right? But it's a reprod. It works on USB. The board inside is modern. It's a modern board. It's just an old school case.
The energy level in the condenser's still rising. We've got to shut it down now. I can't.
Yeah, Shepard. I remember when I was going to LANs every week and I was moving the computer around a whole lot, I would never screw those things back in anymore. I just didn't care. I became so good at dismantling the computer, putting it back together, and moving it around. It was the whole thing.
They did it. Passage to the other side.
Music goes hard. Turn it off. And it's not working. Fuck. We're before the CIA.
It won't work.
Before she joins the CIA. When she's an older teenager. I'm assuming she's about 16 there.
Another console. If I can get to it, we might still have a chance.
Oh, great. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I have to go in there with all those fucking creatures. Yeah, this is very, very...
For the console. Iron, you protect me from the entities, okay?
Sure. Very Stranger Things, like visually and thematically and all that, for sure.
Let's go.
Oh god. This is a very high stress situation. Nice. Aiden can fight them. That's really cool. The visual effects are crazy good. Especially for the time. That's an old-ass game at this point. It's almost 10 years old. It still looks so fucking good. Like, this looks better than half the games coming out today. Yeah, this is the PS4 version, technically, yeah. So it's a little upscaled, better textures, I guess. But, I mean, come on, like... for a 2015 game? Again, there are games coming out today that don't look as good as that. This isn't really a game per se. What do you? It runs in real time. What do you mean? It's not like it's a pre-rendered cinematic. What do you mean? Bullshit. I'm not sure what the prompt is. Oh. Dude, I could barely see what the prompt was there. Okay, if that wasn't forward, I was gonna scream. Oh, fuck. Damn. I would assume up. Yeah, forward, up. Yeah. Forward and up to me are the same button, right? Yeah. In a 3D environment. Yeah, it was up. Yeah, Leaks, I'm assuming a lot of the normal way to get there was broken. That's why we had to do go around, right?
Aiden?
Oh shit!
Aiden, are you there?
I mean, we clearly...
Aiden!
Oh, that's a... Oh, dude, goosebumps right now. That scream. Okay, he's there. Obviously, we've seen that we still have him later, but...
Thought I'd lost you.
Okay, that's super interesting right there. This is some crazy character development right there.
Jodie. Oh, I should have never sent you there. It's my fault. It's all my fault. My God, I was so afraid I lost you.
Interesting theme.
Don't let them ever do that again. If they open a passage, there'll be nothing left.
If they open a passage, there will be nothing left. Okay, interesting scene there. Very, again, that paternal relationship between the two of them. Interesting, the juxtaposition between Jodie thinking she lost Aiden and then immediately Nathan thinking he lost Jodie. I think that's very interesting. So the looks like a Tekken 8 stage, yeah, Brendan. I like the idea that, you know, when we see her as a kid, the last scene we saw, she was like, I hate you, Aiden, you know, you're only getting me in trouble, you're the reason my parents hate me, blah blah blah. And then as she grows older, obviously, you know, she's spending her entire life with an entity near her, and she gets attached to it, obviously. And suddenly the moment she thinks she may have lost Aiden, she freaks out, right? She's like, oh shit, you know, and that's a nice, interesting little touch there. Like, there's clearly a conflict between how Aiden keeps her prisoner in that life she's living. Because of him, she's being studied. Later, she's being used by the CIA. She then is on the run for whatever reason, gets in trouble, all because of him, right? But at the same time, she, at that point at least in her life, she's, you know, she's scared of losing him. That's interesting. I think that's going to be an interesting natural conflict going forward in the story, right? Where the person you don't want to lose is also the person that hurts you. There's something about, you know, there's clearly something about analogy for relationships there, potentially, you know, abusive or toxic relationships. There's really something quite obvious there, which is very interesting. And yeah, I'm interested. The reaction of Nathan when Jodie was like, "Don't let them do it again. If they open a passage, there will be nothing left." Nathan's face was very taken aback by that comment. He had a, you know, his face was like, you know, he had a moment of like, he was thinking about something. And I mean, that's his entire job, is about that info world and what he's trying to study, right? And I feel like when she's telling him that, he's like, well, I mean, you know, obviously we're going to do it again because we're trying to study whatever the fuck is happening there, right? It's almost like he can't tell her, like he doesn't say anything. He doesn't promise her, yeah, we won't do it again, right? He doesn't say anything. He just hugs her stronger because he's glad he didn't, you know, because he has a paternal relationship with her. Which again is interesting considering the man has a real family. We've seen the picture. But he seems to be dedicating his life to his job, which adds some layers into the whole fucking thing. I'm really curious to see where that's gonna go. But yeah, he doesn't promise her that he's not gonna do it again, because he probably knows he will. That's what I'm assuming. He probably knows he will do it again because that's his work. Yeah, man, I am fucking impressed. I will say the characters and the natural conflicts in the game and the story, and there's some really cool things being done here. Yeah, but that's the point, right? She managed to stop it before it got really bad. What if she can't do it next time? What if something goes wrong? What if, you know? That's the whole point. Like if you know, if some crazy world leader starts a whole, like goes insane and starts a whole process of launching nukes. Let's say an American president goes crazy and starts launching nukes on China or Russia, and someone stops him just before the end of it. It seems like it would be natural to say, don't let him do that again. Because that would be the end of the world, right? That seems like a normal thing to say, even if it was stubbed this time around. Just saying. We'll put on automatic power shut. Yeah, maybe a better security system, right? But that's the thing. I don't think they were expecting that, right? They weren't expecting that it would go this way. And I think that is expressed very well in the game by the fact that one of the boards said, we need a better containment system now, right? The moment they realized what they were dealing with, they were like, oh shit, we need a better system. They weren't ready for it. And then they got taken by surprise, which again adds to the fact that Jodie is like, you know what? You don't do that again. Like, that's gonna fuck off, right? You're gonna fuck everyone up. Crazy development in 3 years. Yeah, no, I mean, super impressive. So far, this is, you know, I would go as far as to say this is pretty well written so far. I hate to say it. This is well written. I've enjoyed this. I'm gonna give it a kudos for the end of that scene. Those were some really fucking strong moments there. That takes courage. I know, Captain Dax. I'm giving props to David Cage for his writing. Who am I becoming? Oh my god. My entire life for the past 2 years on stream was built. My entire on-stream persona was built around the idea that every time David Cage would be mentioned, I would just trash talk. And now I'm suddenly giving him props for his fucking writing? What is going on, man? David Cage better fuck this up somehow. He better fuck this up at some point. I need this game to be bad. Otherwise, who am I? What is my identity? What does the world mean anymore? Yeah, maybe Gibraltar. I don't know. Or maybe it just got better. Hey, listen, when you do something long enough and, you know, you kind of get good at it. Also, that's more kudos. Well, that's as many kudos in 2 episodes than the entirety of Fahrenheit. And no woman by Cage yet. No, you tried, David. No Cage. Well, one Cage moment, but you know. And I think the character of Jodie is extremely well written. I don't know. I'm surprised. I'm impressed. Sublamirial. We haven't had to use the Marcus screenshot once yet. Everything sort of makes sense. Like, it feels like there's a lot of mysteries yet, little holes, but that's the nature of the structure of the game. But yeah, everything sort of fits together so far. What is this? What is happening? Anyway, channeled all the bodies. Okay, a lot of people didn't get that. Shut down the condenser. There's another option? Okay, that's impressive that there's another option there. Killed the possessed scientist. Okay, fair enough. Development in 3 years. I mean, I'm assuming, I'm not sure, right, Shepard, but I'm assuming a lot of the tech there is the same as in Heavy Rain, right? It's a marginally improved on engine. I'm assuming, I don't know, of course. So I feel like that saved a lot of time, probably. Heavy Rain, I feel was brand new tech, right? And that took like 5 years from Fahrenheit. So I think this one, like, building on the tech of Heavy Rain, and they probably had a much more streamlined production. Oh, the development in writing. Okay. My bad. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, listen, we're still early. I can see many ways with which Mr. Cage fucks this up. There's many ways you can fuck up a story like this one. So let's not get too excited. Let's not get too excited. Homeless. This is between Hunted and Broken. After we escaped the SWAT following us, but before we get arrested by the police at the beginning of the game. Interesting. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a story for tomorrow. Again, I'm trying to have a bit of a shorter stream these days because of the... Wait, did the face on the screen changed because of when we are in the story, I think. I didn't notice that before. That's neat. Yeah. Has the music changed? I think the music's different. Or not. Is it or not? I can't tell. Or does that go into the... But yeah, anyway, I'm trying to get a few shorter streams in this week because of the schedule difference and all that. No, this is a different song, I think. It's amazing. What the hell? Lord of the Rings, yeah. That's a pixel. Love the new schedule. I mean, you know, it's temporary, right? Like, I'm starting an hour later for some of you guys if you haven't changed your clocks yet. But after this weekend, that's going to change for most of you. And then we'll see next week. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how if I go back to the normal length, if I still do a slightly shorter streams. I don't know. The schedule for me is always a little bit of a work in progress, but I'm liking the music change though. This is really cool. Anyway, we'll listen to that theme song again tomorrow. I'm sure we'll get to listen to it. Yes, they do, Stoner, actually. Yeah. We, like, the time difference with Australia, for instance, for us, goes from, like, 2 hours apart to, like if you take, like, at some point we're, like, 8 hours apart and then 10 hours apart, right? It changes that way because of the different hemisphere. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think there's some interesting stuff going on here, and this is a great game to talk about stories and themes, especially. Because I love how the structure, the non-linear structure, allows me to express how important the theme is. Making a story feel logical and structured, even though the plot goes all over the place, right? And I think that's a great way of expressing the importance of that. That I'm always, you know, saying is the most important part of a story. I truly believe in that. And this is a great illustration why. But yeah, we'll keep playing that tomorrow. I'll be back in about 20 hours. 7 p.m. Central European Time, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Hopefully everything will be in order. I have a bit of a migraine starting now, but I think I'm gonna take some meds and chill for a little bit, and I'm sure it's gonna be better. But yeah, thank you all for the resubs and the raid. I appreciate that. I hope you guys had a good time. We're gonna get back into this game tomorrow and keep having fun. And it's gonna be great, I'm sure. I'm going to raid... I'll raid CD. I haven't been able to raid her very much lately, so I'll send a raid in her direction. She's playing Little Kitty Big City, which seems like an intriguing game. So let's go see what that's about. But yeah, anyway. Thank you all for the support. I wish you all a beautiful rest of your day, evening, or night. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And until then, remember me, and I will remember you.